Over the next 20 days, I will be visiting 5 different countries in Europe with a team of people from all over the world. And I know we're going to see amazing things happen. There's going to be miracles. There's going to be people set free. Because my friends, God has made us all for such a time as this. And I want to encourage you with what it's like to bring the word to the world. So I want to apologize for my delay, and the lighting isn't great. But in terms of how day 6 went, we arrived from Latvia to Lithuania. And as we got here, we had to go to the church because we couldn't check into the hotel just yet. So what did we do? Well, we went to the church and we had a time of rest. People could sleep or they could go out if they wanted to. And whilst people were resting in the church, there was a piano there. So I thought, okay, let me play some piano. And I was playing on the keyboard that they have at the church. And 2 friends of mine, Matthew and Willie, they came and worshipped whilst I was playing. The atmosphere of worship that was there, and that people were able to rest under this atmosphere of worship too, it was a powerful moment. I'm actually recording this on day 7, and I was able to do that again for worship today. I play worship on the keyboard, and it was powerful. It really was. And when I say powerful, I'm not saying that in a sense of, you know, there was thunder and lightning. No, I'm saying powerful because it moved people's hearts, and that is power. And when you're moving people's hearts from a place of maybe discouragement or tiredness into a place where they can rejoice, where they can worship, where they can feel, you know, they're really able to just let go and let God, you could say. That is a powerful thing. And we were able to do that as a team together in this time of worship, which was beautiful for me, because I could see how people were just worshiping in their own way. And as we were sharing encouragements to one another, building each other up, it was a fantastic way to start the day. But I'll tell you more about that in tomorrow's video. So as of day 6, what happened was we had that time of worship, then went to outreach at around 2 o'clock. Now, because there weren't loads of people in the town square, we just did 2x2s at first, and I was with Joy. Now, Joy is fantastic. She has a lot of joy when she talks to people. And as she was speaking to these people, you could just see the atmosphere shift, I suppose, with these people. Like, they were very quiet, very reserved at first, but then she would go and talk to them, and everything's a bit bubbly. We spoke to one person called Nikita, and he was quite shy. He didn't want people looking at him when we were going to do a prayer of salvation with him. And then Joy comes in, she's just so cheery as she leads Nikita through salvation. And he was smiling a lot by the end of it. Even though he felt a little bit embarrassed, he was smiling a lot. And then we were ministering to loads of different people. What I found, though, just in terms of personal testimony, it's been a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. And considering I had just a few hours of sleep, I decided not to rest at the church. I wanted to worship instead. It would, on the natural, feel like, okay, it's not going to be a great day, but it was a fantastic day because there was less of me and so more of Jesus. And I was able to minister to lots of different people. We received salvations. I'm just thankful that God's able to still use me. And even when I feel like I'm making mistakes, even when I feel like when I minister to someone, when I share with them the gospel, the good news, and maybe they don't get the message, or they just walk away, or they don't receive it, it can hurt. I was actually speaking to one of my friends about it today, Anna, and she was saying, you know, she found in the word that Jesus tells us, if they hate you, just remember they hated me first, which is very true. But more so than that, when they reject, or what feels like a rejection to us, they're not rejecting us, they're rejecting what we're saying, which is really the gospel. They're rejecting what Jesus did for them. So we don't have to feel that shame, I suppose, because I know as we're going out here and we're talking to people, we're being led by the Spirit. You may not feel like it in the moment, but you can then quickly shake yourself up and do it. I had to do that a few times today. And when you do it, you know, okay, you've made a change. It may not be visible, but you said things that you know have influenced them. And after that, we went our separate ways for dinner, had a nice meal. I was able to treat my friends, Matthew, Joseph, Lauren, and Michaela, to some food. And we had some great conversations as well, which I was really blessed by. Then came home, rested. So my friends, I want to encourage you with this. Jesus loves you, and you have been blessed to be a blessing. All right, bye.